What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, so every now and then these articles will come out, and then I'll know it's something that's confusing people or something that looks overly negative or overly positive. And so I go, okay, whatever it is, I gotta stop what I'm doing and then check it out and then try to address it to kind of calm the masses, all right? Calm you guys down a little. But let's really take a look at this because an article came out by an economist, as usual, making a suggestion, as usual, about the dinar rate and the deletion of zeros. Okay? So I'm going to explain it to you and give you my opinion on what it says. But for now, don't panic. Don't panic. Grab a little. You know what? I know what's wrong with this picture. Where's my little Pimpy logo sitting right here on this tank top? That's what we're missing here. All right, you guys. So anyways, we got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. You guys already know this. In here we do talk about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. All right, it's free to join. Come on in. If you have questions, post some. There are some knowledgeable people in here who'll be more than happy to answer some questions. So we just talk about investments in there. We have another group called the Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. In here, we do talk about NESARA, GESARA, things that most people might consider conspiracies, 9/11, false flag events, current events, political things, all spoke about here in this group called the Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. There will be a link for both of them, so you guys can come join. It's free to do so. Anyways, since I'm already doing an update on the Iraqi dinar because I wanted to bring this other news to you, let's take a look real quick at silver. Did I not say it was going to start creeping up? It's getting there. 1981. They're going to try to drop it down again. I doubt they're going to be able to do it. Still gold holding at 1800 level. That's both being supported. All right. Premiums are going up on silver. Premiums not so much on gold as much as it is silver. I keep telling you guys, when you get a chance, make sure you go get it. All right? All right, everybody knows this. Me and Money Metals Exchange, so I will leave a link to the website. You could go in there, but make sure you put Pimpy in the promotional code so you guys can earn. You get a free Paul Revere, half ounce silver coin. And you get it for free just by putting Pimpy in the promo code when you use the website, all right? If you guys do have some questions, feel free to call. But if you don't need to call, if you don't have any questions, just use the website. But just remember in the promotional code to put Pimpy in there so that you guys could definitely get your free half ounce of silver. Okay, look at this. I told you it's going to creep up. All right, so let's go real quickly over these articles. There's only a couple new ones since this morning, but I will get into the other good stuff here in a second. The Kurdistan government explains about the reasons for the delay in the delegations returning to Baghdad. They are coming to get money. So the Reservoir Dogs, that's what these pictures remind me of, are heading back home to get some moolah, man. They must be partying it up big time. Then they get some money. The Kurdistan regional government said on Wednesday that the Kurdistan delegation will visit the capital of Baghdad again in order to resolve the difference, especially financial ones, stressing that the Iraq constitution is a separation between us. The authorities of the Kurdistan continue the dialogue with the federal government, and the atmosphere is positive to reach an agreement. Pimpy said so. That's right. I told you, don't be surprised if they don't hammer this out before Al-Qadimi comes over here to the United States. I think that's going to happen. They're going to reach an agreement, and we have to emphasize that the Constitution is the basis for resolving the differences and outstanding issues. So they're going to have this worked out, you guys. So just keep our fingers crossed. We don't want to jump the gun too much, all right? He added that the regional government is committed to securing the financial dues of its workers, noting that the delay of the delegation return to Baghdad is again related to technical issues between the two sides, even though the article said they were just coming back for money. Okay? The delegation will visit Baghdad in the near future, explaining by saying, we are continuing the dialogue with Baghdad, and the visits will begin soon for the Kurdistan delegation in Baghdad, and we are seeking through these discussions to obtain financial dues for the region in accordance with the Iraqi constitution. They're going to get it. They're going to get what they want. This is going to all be ironed out very soon. Parliamentary security, the federal government and the Kurdistan region have agreed on a roadmap for managing the border crossing. Good. This helps the economies. We want this. The Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee announced today, Wednesday, that the federal government has developed a roadmap with the territorial governments to manage the border outlets, noting that there is possible visit to Kurdish delegations to Baghdad to complete the dialogues. So good. Let's get this roadmap out there. Let's get them ironed out. You guys were playing good along with one another before, back in 2014. Secure the borders. This really helps build the Iraqi economy, keeps everything off the black market. It also does a real good job of, making sure the country is secure by keeping out the armed guards. We already know this, so this is a good thing. This news is positive. This is what we want. You guys already know I said it. What are we looking for? These types of things to be handled before Al-Qademi gets here. And that Miss Blashart says, hey, look, they're doing it. The United Nations happy with them. We should probably reinstate their sovereignty, remove the restrictions. They come here. Trump's happy, comes and introduces Al-Qademi to the world and says it's time for the international community to once again recognize the sovereignty of Iraq, remove the restrictions so we can take the next step in getting our currency revalued. All right? So, again, same thing almost. Soon, the delegation will return, will visit Baghdad, and there is good understanding about the disputes. Of course, there's a good understanding. They've been talking about it for weeks. We continue the dialogue with the federal government, and the atmosphere is positive to reach an agreement. And we stress that the Constitution is the basis for resolving the differences. So this is a very similar article to the one I just read up above. Now, let's get into this other part. I got this from a few people. They sent it to me, and they're asking questions about it. It's a long article, but of course, what we're going to focus on is the part that talks about the exchange rate. Now, we've seen an article similar to this before. Keep in mind, this is an article from an economist, I believe, and he is making a suggestion. This is the roadmap to where they think they need to be in order to get, where they need to get to as a country. So, real quick, let me explain something to you. How did they come up with this 84 rate right here? So, we know that you get for every $1, you get 1,190 Iraqi dinars. So I'm just going to show you how this works. So if you do it the other direction, all right? So you see right here, here's where they get this rate right here. Obviously, I'm off a few dollars here and there, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just showing you how they get the rate. But now I'm going to have to show it to you again a second time. Here's where everybody's focusing on. So this is the suggestion by this economist. Begin to gradually reduce the Iraqi dinar price, the rate, down to $1,500 against every $1. So if they increase the amount of dinars we get for every $1, that's obviously bad for us. That means they are lowering the value of the dinar. The smaller this number gets, the better it is for us. So they're saying they want to increase the rate to 1,500 dinars against the dollar until the end of the year 2020, and then review the economical situation. I've read tons of reports that said doing anything like that really affects the poor people. But let's stick with this because it's important. So they're saying doing this, having this done by the year 2020. That's the end. Again, this is a suggestion. This isn't written in stone. If that's the case, that puts us into 2021 before the revaluation. Then you come over here and it says, and then we need to start another reduction and move it from $1,500 dinars for every $1 to $1,800. Again, that's bad for us, and they want us to do this, or they want to do this within the first 6 months of 2021. That puts you out until July 2021, if anything is going to happen. And then you see this. Then we study the possibilities of deleting the zeros, so that we'll end up with a fixed price rate of 2 Iraqi dinars per dollar. That means raising the rate up to 50 cents. So for every 1 Iraqi dinar, you would get 50 cents. And to lend some kind of credence to it, see this? so that you know that's not deleting the zeros off the dinars. It would be deleting it off the rate. See this here? The same way we come up with this rate right here. So it's 1800, right? So if you have 1800, this gives us a rate of 0.55. So 55, so about 56 cents for every 1 dinar. That lines up with what they're talking about right here. So the deletion would be off the rate. So they're talking about a rate possibly, again, this is just a suggestion, by next July of 56 cents. I heard people complaining about this. What are you complaining about? You invested very little into a currency and they're willing to give you 50 cents for every 1 dinar? Now, having said that, I want to repeat what I told you. This is a suggestion. They're saying this is a roadmap. And they're explaining why they want to do this. So, if you take the 1800 dinars and divide it like we just did, you do get the rate of 50 cents. It says right here, you don't even have to do that part. They've done it for you. So the deletion of the zeros, so we will end up with a fixed price of 2 Iraqi dollars per dinar. That gives you a 50-cent rate. You will probably never get another type of return like that on any investment ever again. So people say, doesn't that make you mad? No, no, it doesn't. I would be happy with that, believe it or not. I would still be very well to do. Sure, who doesn't want more? Who didn't want the 322 rate? I would have loved that. How would have been happy with the $1.13 rate or the $1.34 rate? I would have been happy with that, but I'll be just as happy. So let me just ask you guys these questions and you let me know in the comments. If you knew for sure you were going to get back 56 cents for every Iraqi dinar and you knew you weren't going to get it until next July, are you pissed off? Are you mad? Are you unhappy with that type of return on your money? I mean, seriously, are you? Because people were complaining about it, and I'm going to say, don't complain about it. Now, having said all this, I don't want people going, Pimpy said this is what it's going to be. No, I'm not saying that. This article was brought to my attention, okay? And by quite a few people, and I told them not to, don't stress over this. You know what I mean? Seriously, don't. This is just a suggestion. We've seen articles like this all over. Okay, then they're talking about amending the currency selling mechanism to maintain the hard currency inside the country, that the dollar and other foreign currencies are sold and traded directly into the currency markets. Eventually, what will happen, in my opinion, is that's going to get a lot of people to rush in and trade their dinar in. It's going to get rid of a lot of speculators. But there's a part of me that thinks that, you know, that might be fine that they start off there, but don't be surprised if it starts going up after that. You know, maybe not right away. Maybe they'll keep you guys fooled for about a month, 4 months, 6 months, just to see how many of you guys start bringing in all your dinars. And then you start to see a movement on the IQD, and it starts going up. Okay? So, you guys, this is just a roadmap. No, I'm not saying that's what it's going to be. What I'm saying is, according to this article, that's about where they figure this out, is to just lower the value, then remove the 3 zeros off of the rate, and then move it into somewhere around 56 cents for every 1 dinar, which is close to this right here, 2 Iraqi dinars per dollar. That's about a 50-cent rate. Okay? So I'm curious about that. Would you guys be mad at that? I don't have a problem with it, man. But I'm not saying that is not going to be the rate. Okay? It's not going to be the date. I'm just saying that this is the roadmap that they're putting out there. Okay? What the hell is that noise? Sorry about that. I never had anybody call me on Facebook before. But anyways, look, silver's looking really good at 1981. We have the IQD here, but you know, at this rate, that's not too bad. So if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. What do you guys think about this suggestion? Because that's what this is. This suggestion is a rate of 50 cents. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you later.